Alright guys, John here. I just bought an Eastwood Heavy Duty Tumbler. They retail for about $250, but I got mine for $200 on eBay from Eastwood. You just got to bid on it, and nobody's going to bid against you, and you get it for like $50 off. And shipping to Canada was $5. Love Eastwood. So $200 for this unit. It's the big one, the heavy duty one. In my opinion, that's the only one to get because if you're doing a lot of stuff, you need the room. You can see the size of it right here. It's a decent size. I think they call it a 12-inch bowl. And as you can see, I've had to tie it down, and I started using these heavy steel weights and this junky steel motor just to block it in because it does like to walk around. But I don't need the ropes anymore because these, I got 3 weights on the outside. That works. Anyway, all I've used so far is the polishing media. I'll get you in closer here and we can take a look at that. So here's the Eastwood tumbler. As you can see, compared to my hands, it's pretty big size. You know, 12-inch bowl. The opening is just under 9. Pretty big. So I got my Mannix handles that I'm polishing up in here. And I've had these in for 23 hours. In the polishing compound. This is crushed walnut shells impregnated with polishing rouge. Pretty cool stuff, I guess. Let's see here. I'll do a close-up a little bit later in better light. But here's one fresh off the machine and one that's been polished for 23 hours. And can you tell the difference? Me neither. On the milled surface, it didn't really change it at all. I'm trying to remember which is which. I'm going to say this is the polished one. Yeah. Where you can tell, well, I'll do a close-up later in better light. But anyway, so for this particular handle, I don't think it's worth 23 hours, even of hands off. I mean, but this thing's loud. I don't know if it's really worth doing that with this media first. Maybe I'll start with a rougher media. Because what I'm trying to do, like, there's some rough burrs left here and the back of the holes, and the edge around the outside is a little rough. I just wanted to, you know, cut those off and smooth them out a little bit. And I was hoping that the walnut shells would do that. And they kind of did. I mean, the outside feels nicer, but this inside one, it's just got too much of a lip starting out. And I was hoping it would polish away some of the milling marks, but it didn't do a darn thing. I mean, not that I'm complaining because I like the milling marks, but you know, I was hoping this would be a hands-off option to get rid of them, if I wanted to, and it didn't. But let me turn it on for you because it's kind of cool to watch. It's a little loud. See, it's got a really nice circular motion. Media comes up along the outside and caves in. You can see the parts tumbling around in a, you know, circular motion towards the inside. It works very well for what it does. And it's kind of fun to watch. So, yeah, basically you leave that on for 24 hours with the polishing, and it's supposed to do the trick. Now, I've had this guy. It's a little titanium called a dangler. You know, you put it in you clip it to your pocket and you hang your keys and stuff from it, whatever. Been polishing this for probably 36 hours or something. I've just kept it in for a few batches, and it's quite a bit nicer than it was. It had a really rough finish on it to begin with. And now it's nice and smoothed off. But titanium being so hard, I mean, I can't expect this soft walnut shells to really do too much to it. Over time. What you'd need is a ceramic media, which I'll be getting next. Try to pick up some little pyramids or something in ceramic. Eastwood does include, that's the cool thing about Eastwood's kit, is that they include everything you need. So this is green pyramids, plastic abrasive media. You can see how big they are. They're just little pyramidal shapes of plastic with abrasive evenly distributed throughout them. And primarily this stuff is used for de-rusting, junky car bolts and rusted nuts and bolts and stuff like that. And it's supposed to work really good for that. I'm going to try it on aluminum, see what it does on machined aluminum. See if it, absolutely kills my surface finish, or if it makes it look nice. It might give it a cool stone washed finish, or if I'm lucky, it might cut off all the burrs that I want. If I leave it in for like an hour, and then I go to the polishing, and then for 24 hours, and that might do what I want it to do. Or if I do that process with ceramic or something, that might do what I want. So, but as far as just going from machine part into here for 24 hours, I'm unimpressed. Not Eastwood's fault, not the media's fault. It just didn't do what I was hoping it would do. I think I need to do an hour or maybe a few hours of a rough abrasive ceramic or the pyramids, whatever, first, and that might get me where I want it to get me. Now from this angle, can you tell which one has been tumbled for 24 hours and which one has not? I'd say the pockets here look shinier, but that's the machined one. This one here is the tumbled one. Where you can really tell is on the rough surface of the raw aluminum. It really shined it up. Whereas here it's just the extruded, sort of lightly dusted look. So it did a good job on the raw aluminum. And where I can really tell, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but let me get a pointer. Is right in there, the fillet radius in there. I can tell that it's much shinier, but I mean, that's minor. The edge is also much shinier. I apologize that it's so rough. That's just the way it's got to be right now with my machine until I get some things figured out. But the one on the right is much smoother, much more even. So I'm relatively happy about that. And on the surface, yeah, they look different colors. I can't feel a difference. I really can't. It sort of changes the color of it, gives it a bit more subtle shine. I wonder what the difference will be once it's been anodized, because right now it's kind of got rouge junk throughout it. The radius on the outside is shinier, so that's cool, but was it worth 23 hours? I don't think so. I'm a little bummed about that. I was hoping to be kind of blown away. Let me get another example. This guy is a garbage. It was too thin, so I broke it. But I spent not even a minute, like 30 seconds on my polishing wheel, buffing this guy up. And, you know, if I spent a good 5 minutes or something, this thing would be a mirror. Literally a mirror. Already we can almost see the camera. Certainly see the light up there. See me. But yeah, with a few minutes, I'd get rid of all the milling marks. I'm already about halfway done. There's a couple little scratches from where I've been touching it and stuff, but yeah, if I want a mirror polish, I mean, buffing wheel is going to be the only way to go. And if you guys have wanted that, I don't like doing the buffing wheel too much because it's dirty and hot and takes a lot of time, and the part gets really hot, and especially with such a small, thin piece of aluminum, you know, it gets really hot in the hands. And more importantly, it's very hard to clean the polishing compound off to get ready for anodizing. Hopefully this tumbled one with the rouge won't be too difficult, but we'll see. So I don't know. The outside edge is better than this one, definitely. But let's check out some other parts that I tumbled. That guy, as I said with this one, the raw aluminum did shine up, looks much better. The edge shined up quite a lot. Forgive the horrible milling, that's why this one's garbage. This one as well shined up quite nicely. That's pretty much what it looked like when it went in. And 12 to 24 hours later, I don't know what it was because the machine unplugged itself halfway through overnight. So for something like this, it turned out way better. You know, raw, tumbled for 12 to 24 hours. Way better. So that's cool. And I'm sure it got inside the hole too, if that matters to you. So I did that. Did this guy polished up a little bit. You know, I was hoping to get rid of some of the burrs. Not that this matters, but you know, the backside polished up a little bit. What else? Got a blow-off valve piston here. That turned out okay. Yeah, and here's another one of those keychains. As I was saying, like it looked like that to begin with, and now it's just much shinier, much smoother. So if you're trying to get rid of extruded aluminum surface, the tumbler with the walnut shells does a really good job. You know, it's somewhat of a mirror finish now. You can see this other part in the reflection in my finger. That's not bad. It's still rough because of the just extruded marks. But, you know, say you took 600 grit sandpaper to it first and just went or Scotch-Brite pad or whatever, and then tumbled it. That's not bad. I mean, you can totally see that part. You can see my finger, you know. See this part? Can we see the camera? Not really. Not enough light. Anyway, what else? I did a bunch of these little stainless steel bolts. They shined up a minute amount. Stainless is apparently really hard to work with the walnut shells, so not a big deal. It was enough of a difference to probably to make it worthwhile. And I'll show you. See if we can tell. Does it show? I don't know. Left hand is raw, right hand is tumbled, if it'll focus. It's a little bit better. You know, if you used a very small ceramic media, it'd probably be very noticeable. And then finish it off with the walnut shells. But you know, if you just want a super mirror polish on all the nuts and bolts for your folders or whatever, might be worthwhile. I think you'll have to tumble it first with ceramic just to get the dents and divots and stuff out. But anyway, you're probably bored of me already. So I'll leave it there. But the machine itself, the Eastwood machine, it works exactly as advertised. Very well. I've got probably 36 to 48 hours on it so far, no problems. When I opened it up, the on switch was broken, the button, it was broken, so I had to replace that. Luckily I had something in the shop that was easy to replace. But I've heard they've got a very good warranty, so I'm not too worried about that. It is a Lyman product. Like if you search Lyman, Lyman, tumblers, they're the company who makes it. Eastwood doesn't make it themselves, Lyman makes it. And you can buy them straight from Lyman for like 130, 140 bucks, but it doesn't come with media. So if you buy it from Eastwood, it comes with polishing media, it comes with the green pyramids, it comes with 2 bowls, which is good in case you wear one out. So it's a really good package deal from Eastwood. You know, it's worth the 200 bucks. It's even worth 250 if you're willing to pay it. But yeah, I just gotta, you know, experiment, see what media, what time, length of time, you know, works best for what I'm expecting to do from it, what I expect it to do for me. These 2 parts. I prefer the machined look. It's brighter. Maybe that's just because there's a bunch of rouge and crap inside there, but then again, this is more... Here's a good example of what it looks like straight off the machine, and this is about what it would look like anodized clear. See, it's got a duller, sort of cloudier color to it. That's almost exactly what it's going to look like once it's been anodized. So this bright polish, the shiny, shiny finish, you're kind of going to lose that in anodizing anyway. But today's my anodizing day, so I'm going to anodize both of these. You know, I have 15 pairs to do. I'll do all different colors, and hopefully I'll do a set of tumbled and a set of untumbled in the same color, and then maybe I'll compare that real quick and tack it onto the end of this video. But 21 minutes already, wow. Sorry I've bored you so long, but hopefully somebody's taken some take-home information from this. If you're looking for a tumbler, there's not very many videos on Eastwood about it, or on YouTube about it, so I'm kind of disappointed about that, but hopefully this changed that. Thank you for watching. I might tack on a little bit more, maybe not, but see you next time. Bye. Quick update on my Tumbler video. So I spent the day anodizing these bad boys, this and many other pairs, video coming. The pair in my right hand has been tumbled for 23 hours, like we talked about. The pair in my left hand has not been tumbled at all. Now remember, I kind of complained and I was like, I don't really feel the difference. I don't, blah, blah, blah. I took it into my wife before this was anodized, and you know, her softer fingers and everything, she goes, oh yeah, it's so much smoother. She really noticed the difference. She liked it. Anyway, now that they're anodized, anodizing doesn't really change the surface texture at all, but for whatever reason, I can really tell now. Right hand polished, left hand unpolished. Going like this, the right hand feels smooth. I can still feel little bubbles. Here, I'm going to go to the mic. Polished, unpolished. And that's just me going like this. But where I really noticed it was when I was wiping these things down. I'm going like this. I'll let the mic listen. Nothing. And on the unpolished one, big difference. Polished first, unpolished. Huge, hey? So yeah, although it didn't cut off the burrs here that I was hoping it would, it really made a huge difference. Here, they look the same on camera anyway. But it's this little stuff that counts. Anyway, that's all. I take back some of what I said, and the tumbling walnut shells seem to have done their job.